This question was posted at a Japanese question and answer website. Question: what should I do? Date: 20th September 2009. Hi, this is my first time posting. I want your opinions. Last year we bought an old house, and after we bought the house, we got some trees in the garden uprooted and found an old well there. But the estate agent never told us that there was such a well. I found it creepy and paid a gardener to cover it over with earth, but do you think I can ask the real estate agent to pay for the cost? And also, ever since I got the well buried, so many bad things have been happening to us. My husband got sick and got fired from his job. I had a miscarriage, and now the whole house is engulfed in gloom. My mother-in-law kept blaming me, saying, "It's all because you buried the well," which annoyed me so much that I battered her to death, uncovered the well, and buried her body inside. But she still walks around inside the house, and throughout the night she sits by my bed cursing me until the morning, so I cannot get any sleep at all. It's not just the old bitch, but the whole neighborhood keeps complaining to me through radio waves. They keep complaining from TV too, so I can't watch TV. It's actually all my husband's fault. He's the one who bought the house with the weird well in the first place. The other day I strangled him while he slept and buried him on the well the same way as the old bitch, but he keeps walking around inside the house, and at night he curses me with the old bitch. What can I do to make the bitch and my husband go away? Right now, as I'm typing this question, they are right here beside me and watching me, and I'm so fed up with it all. What should I do? Please, someone tell me. Please. I love creepy stories and often read them, but I'm not the one to get scared very easily. I've been to haunted places but have never seen anything. I've even had a go at the one-man hide-and-seek, but nothing happened. Yes, I got a little creeped out, but that was all. So I thought, how could I experience something really scary? And that was when I got the idea of trying out that mirror ritual thing. You know, the one where you use mirrors. I bought 6 candles to form a magic circle and 6 mirrors about the size of B5 paper, which I placed both in front of me and behind me. And I waited until 44 minutes past 4, full of expectation. I made sure the room was as dark as I could make it, closing all the curtains and turning off all the lights. I had the laptop set so the light from it would turn off after 1 minute past 4:44. I was breathing hard through my nose and some candles got blown off because of it. I was busy relighting them when my laptop went black. I dropped for 1 second. The candles were almost too bright and I got sick of staring at myself in the mirrors and finally blew them all off by myself. Just then my mobile phone went off and my heart nearly stopped. It was a call from my mom and she said, "H, my name, are you home? In your room on the 2nd floor." She just said those words and hung up. I thought that was weird and tried to call her back. Then suddenly something hit and stuck on my curtain-drawn window. It looked like a silhouette of a woman. I panicked a bit, but you know those things usually can't get inside if you have all the entrances to the room security locked in, right? And so I calmed down a bit and even started thinking stupid things like, let's take a picture of it. I could become famous on the web. But no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't capture the thing in the picture. And after a while, the thing itself disappeared. So that was really disappointing. And then I called back to my mom, but she said, "No, I've never called you." And I started feeling a bit uneasy. But I really wanted to go to the loo and went downstairs. When I walked past the mirror in the corridor, I felt something was wrong. Like suddenly I'd become taller than I actually am. And though I think now I shouldn't have done it, I walked back again to the mirror to take a good look at myself. Then I screamed. I never knew I had it in me to scream like that. There was a woman sitting on my shoulders, grinning from ear to ear and headbanging like crazy. I somehow made a dash for the loo and locked myself in and started trembling all over. Then my mom called me again. "H, are you at home?" In your room? On the second floor? She asked me in the same tone of voice as before, and I knew it would be the death of me if I told her I was in the loo, so I told her I was in my room. Then about 5 minutes later, I was beginning to calm down and thought I could get out of the loo now, when, knock knock, someone knocked on the door from the outside. My fear reached its zenith. I was alone in my house. Knock knock, came the sound again, and I yelled, "It's occupied." Right after that, a voice whispered my name, H, into my ear and I blacked out. Next, I was in a dream, and it was like a sports day at school. An overexcited male voice was making an announcement and kept calling out my name. H, H, H. Yes? When I replied, the voice went, "Your legs have disappeared." My legs disappeared. "Your arms have disappeared." My arms disappeared. "Your eyes have disappeared." My eyes disappeared. "You have disappeared." I disappeared. Scream. I screamed. Then suddenly someone let out an ear-splitting laugh. I got out of the loo and blacked out for about an hour at the wash basin. And then I had a similar dream the next evening. I was standing inside a park which had lots of old playground equipment in it. A, someone's name, disappeared. B's legs disappeared. C's eyes disappeared. D disappeared. H is in his room on the second floor sleeping. Sleeping. An ear-splitting laugh followed, and I woke up. Has anyone here experienced something similar to this? On the way to work, I always walk past an empty apartment block which is due to be demolished soon. The place, however, has become a famous suicide spot because people keep jumping off of it. I've heard rumors of ghost sightings in and around the building too. Moreover, there are very few street lamps around the area, so it gets quite creepy at night. One night I had worked overtime and had to walk past it around 11 p.m. I was really scared. Then I thought I spotted some shadow on the rooftop of the building. I thought my heart would stop right there. I looked carefully again, and this time I was sure that there was a person standing on the rooftop. Oh no, is it a ghost? Just as I thought that, the shadow jumped off. I heard a crash and saw a woman's body sprawled on the concrete road. I immediately called the ambulance and rushed to the woman's side. She was bloody all over and her legs were twisted in weird directions. She wasn't a ghost, but the whole thing scared the hell out of me. I saw some people leaning over the balconies of the apartment and thought they must have heard the crash and come out to see what was going on. Soon the ambulance arrived and took her away. I went home but couldn't sleep for the rest of the night because I kept replaying the accident in my mind. The next day, I was informed that the woman was severely injured, but alive. I'm glad it ended up as just a suicide attempt. If she had died, it would have left me with a trauma. I was the only child in the family and had always been very much cherished by both my parents. My mother especially doted on me, and she would never get angry with me even when I made a mistake or did something naughty. Instead, she would always just smile and forgive me. Maybe she wasn't an ideal parent, but I loved her the way she was. One day, I came home from school and was watching TV in the sitting room when the phone rang. It was my mother. Monami, my name. I'm in the supermarket right now. Can you check if we have carrots in the fridge? I said hang on and went into the kitchen. I was about to open the fridge when something caught my eye. A small notebook lay on top of the fridge. That's unusual, I thought. I opened the fridge, checked the content, and told my mother about it on the phone. After I hung up, I went to the kitchen again to get the notebook. The notebook was something my mother always carried with her, and it looked a bit tattered. Ever since I was small, I wondered about the notebook. I thought of my mother who always smiled and forgave me, but I do remember every time I made a mistake or did something naughty, she quickly wrote something down in the notebook. And she still continued to do so even now. For a long time, I wanted to know what she wrote inside. Gripped by curiosity, I opened the notebook without the slightest qualm. And in the middle of the page, which I had opened randomly, I saw these words. Today's Mon Ami, minus 3 points. Only 168 points left.
Big up to all my peoples. I done dug into my bag of tricks, came up with some different skits. Not your average mafia, I be on some different shit. You know I'm pimping shit that make you use your mind. So if you can fill in the blanks, do it when it's time. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Feel like I'm in hell, but I wish I wasn't. Yeah, you got it, now knock it while I rock it. I stick plugs in the socket and money in my. Yo, I get psychotic when you try to diss my staff. No props for your block, so you could just kiss my.